Welcome to today's Aha Moments for Success podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about redefining your success, your unique vision, your new way of being. And as we know, as we go through life, we always have something different. Depending on the stage of life you're in, what is that you're looking at? And the summer is a perfect time to slow down before you speed up, to really hone in on what that is and what that is unique about you and how you want to carry your life moving forward. Hence why I've put together this podcast series around Vitality Knox. Of course, she's 10 years old this year. And every chapter, we're going to have a guest come on that's going to talk about each lesson that was learned by Vitality in the book, that you're going to be able to learn from their success and how they were able to have their aha moment that transpired to transformation in their life and redefining success for them. As we go through our different stages of life, like I said, we want to be able to look at those different possibilities, those options, and really focus on getting our exercise internally to be able to then carry that with goals and habits and how we're going to create our life moving forward in this new era of life. So today, for many, it's Canada Day. So happy Canada Day to those. We're going to be having Independence Day as well this week, and there's lots to celebrate. There's lots to be excited about. So come on over to Vitality Knox, the book. The link will be down in the show notes below to be able to order it. And you're also going to get a free journal that comes with it as well. Proceeds go to the Lewy Body Foundation. If anyone has followed me in the past, you understand my story around Lewy body dementia and how it affected my mom and the misdiagnosis that happens with it. Robin Williams actually had it and was misdiagnosed as well. It's quite a story. So proceeds of the book go towards the awareness of Lewy body dementia. So come on over and purchase that. So we're going to be doing this series of podcasts. They're going to be coming out every Monday, and they're going to be carrying actually into October because we've got some really great guests. We're going to be having Kelly Roach is going to be starting next week, who is a phenomenal business coach, incredible in everything that she does. And she talks about wisdom. And then the week after, it's going to be myself talking on my intakes of wisdom and my writing of Vitality Knox and how it was created around this fictional character and her life lessons. Each chapter you read once a night. And what you do is you have your journal that you get next to you. You write down your thoughts after reading it, and then you dream, sleep, and then dream about how you could have changed that in your life. So then when you wake up in the morning, you write down your dreams in your journal, and all these new insights come to you on how you could have maybe done things differently, how you can use that to move forward now, and how you can create that extra insights to understand where you're going right or left that's going to be really true to you. That's going to be really what your why is, what your purpose is, and really hone into how you're different in the world and how you're going to be able to create what you're meant to be and how you know you're meant to be. So, we're going to talk about the 3 tips to redefining success in your life in this podcast presently. So, the first one is going to be keep learning. So many people have this closed mind about learning and think, oh, I know it all. The hugest, largest scholars with the biggest IQs are always learning. We're always learning, no matter who we are. We're always learning. We're learning external things around the world. We're learning business type techniques. We're learning about ourselves, and we're always needing to learn. So, having that student mindset is so important. And growing always is so important. And the way to do that is to really slow down and hone in because as we're running day to day and we're doing our day situations, we have our blinders on and we don't actually see clearly on what's happening out there. So it's really important to hone in every day to learn something new that you're wanting to do. Concentrate on your inner self and then concentrate on learning something new that you're wanting to do to be able to expand the brain is super important. But also looking to your life and where you're standing and where you are in that point of your life. I look back to as a child, to a teenager, to my 20s, 30s when I had kids, to 40s, and how I redefined everything depending on what situation I was in. Same thing with my clients. Where they are in their life, where they want to be seeing themselves in 5, 10 years are different across the board. Not everyone wants the same thing. Of course, we're wanting to be healthy, we're wanting our finances, but how to get there is different for each person. And if you're living this life of humdrum, no inspiration, not getting anywhere, then it's very important to really hone in and keep learning and decide and know what that's going to be able to do it. So, number one tip is to keep learning. Really, really important on what you're doing. Number two is have the right vision. As I mentioned in number one, we all have a different way of doing things. How is that different? How are we in a different stage of our life? Are we as a different person? How do we want to carry ourselves? How do we want to show up in the world? And how we want to do things. Some people, I mention this quite often. I love to travel. I redefined my life so that I could travel for 2 years. I worked with my clients. I worked with Dario. We had a vision on how that 2 years was going to be, and it was really important to have that clear vision, those goals, and those habits in place so that I could redefine that time in my life. So, how are things looking for you and what you're doing now? Is it more time that you're wanting in your life? Is it more finances? How are you balancing that? It's really, really important. And it all comes down to having that clear vision. And so, down below in the notes, you'll be able to see a workshop that I've put together about having your clear vision, your unique vision that's redefined for you. And in it, it's 28 minutes. There's two incredible tools. One is a tool, an exercise that you can use actually all the time because once you've got it, you're going to be able to use it to be able to tap into your inner wisdom to see, okay, what is it that I want for myself? How do I see that? We all have that inner wisdom. And as we get busy in life, we forget. So it's really, really important to do this. So there's got one of these tools and one of these exercises to do. And at the end, I've got a really great exercise that helps you exercise, lots of exercise, your brain and your mind. So it's that focus that you're going to get with your mind and how you're going to be able to have it move forward, have it exercise like you would your bicep to really go from A to B. And this exercise that's really, really neat and unique is really good for helping you sleep as well. And they say it actually helps with dementia and Alzheimer's because the more you exercise your brain, as we know, the healthier it is. So the link for the unique vision redefinition workshop is down below. So go there. So number one is keep learning. Number two is join the vision workshop that you'll see below, which is really, really important in the show notes. And number three is to be resilient. Resiliency is humongous. We are constantly getting hit. We are constantly having these ups and downs that go on in our life. It is something that we know is going to be constant. We always know that there's going to be things that are happening in our life. And to be resilient, and what I've noticed with my clients, with people I've seen out there, the people that are the most resilient are the ones that are going to get past it quicker. They're the ones that are going to get back on their feet and they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going and realize it's not something unique to them. It's not something unique to what they're doing necessarily, but how do you change? How do you redefine? How do you get back in the game? And how do you do it quickly is what's going to help you moving forward in your life. So hopefully those three tips have helped you. We've got keep learning. This podcast and many podcasts are a great way to learn. They're easy to do. You listen in the car, you listen as you're walking around doing cleaning your house, doing gardening, anything like that. You download it onto your phone and they're so easy to listen to. There's many, many podcasts. So this podcast series for Vitality Knox is going to be a real game changer in your life, being able to really focus in. You get the book, you have the journal, you listen to the insights from everybody, and you work through your life lessons and how you're going to be carrying things through. Then we've got the vision workshop, number two, which is also a huge, huge insight and something for you to be able to develop and take some downtime this summer to really focus on what you're wanting to do and learning how to be resilient. To have a rich life in business, you need to be resilient so that you can pick things up and you can keep going. I know one of the big things that happened to me last year was I lost 95% of my vision in one eye. And I'm not going to get that back. But how do I work through that? How do I not allow that to affect me and to keep moving? That's what I've been able to do. And we always get hit with these things. And it's how we're able to move forward with that, be able to keep going and enjoy life as we go on. So thank you so much for joining us today. And this is going to be the first in the series for Vitality Knocks. Next week, like I said, we're going to be listening to Kelly Roach. Then we're going to be listening to my wisdom on wisdom. Then we're going to be listening to Nicole. She still cracks me up. Nicole is hilarious. And then she's talking about moving forward. And then it'll be myself on moving forward and what that means, and so on as we go through all the different guests that we're going to have available to you as we go through my best-selling book, Vitality Knocks. So excited, and Vitality in her life lessons. So go on over to the show notes below to get all the links. And I'm hoping you're enjoying a wonderful Canada Day. Thanks so much, everybody. Ciao for now.